judgment, no judgment zone. And it's all about just being you and being free, being natural.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for our next taping of the Be Natural show. Today, as usual, we have some great topics to discuss. One that's kind of sensitive, so we're going to really be natural for real. Today, we have with us Mrs. Veronica Battle, and we have Miss Keisha Johnson, and of course, me, Chandra Collins. So today we are going to talk about folks wearing a mask or not in the states that are lifting the mask mandate. And we're also going to touch on employers that are requiring their employees to vaccinate. And if they don't, they get fired and they do not get unemployment. So as some states have lifted, I think almost all states have really lifted the mask mandate. I mean, I don't know about Georgia because did Georgia ever have one? I don't know Georgia even had a mask mandate. Did they?
Yes, we did.
No, Kim did. No,
I
Kim
thought we
did.
did. Okay, so then why in all these stores and there where we had to go?
Yeah, the stores, individual stores was doing it, but Kemp never. But Governor Kemp never did put a mandate on mask wearing.
I thought he did.
He never did say you have
to.
Huh? He didn't, because he said he want people that'll be their own right, but he said he suggests that people will wear masks and social distance, and that he will suggest that, like, if you having a gathering, he went to
before the vaccination.
Before the vaccination, that's what I'm talking about. Before the vaccination, it was like he didn't want you to gather no more than 10 people, and that he suggested that and recommended that, but he did not put a mandate, because that's what was making Keisha Bottoms mad, the mayor Keisha Bottoms Lance mad, because she was saying he need to mandate mask wearing, and he never did. He never did do it.
For Georgia. No, not for Georgia.
Not for the state of Georgia. He never did. Stores and restaurants, some of them were doing it on their own out of safety for them, but Governor Kemp never put a mask mandate.
And it's Keisha Lance Bottoms now.
Whatever.
Bottoms.
She got a lot of names.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but we're going to get her name right today.
Yeah, but so y'all know who I'm talking about. She got a bunch of names.
I don't know who you're talking about, because I know Keisha Lance Bottoms. I don't know no Bottoms.
Yeah,
Keisha.
Bottoms Lance, whatever, honey. Up and low. She
deserved to get her name right.
Yeah. Now, I like her now. She's a sweet person.
You know her?
Exactly.
No, I really don't. But what I do like, I like how she, as being a mayor, I like how she governed Atlanta. She had y'all on point up there. I will say that, and she makes sense in her governing.
Pandemic, Atlanta was out.
No, but she did not want to. But no, she did not want them to be. She really didn't. That's where them two was bumping heads at, because she didn't want them to be out. But you got some of them, like Chandra cousins and all them, just determined that they gonna be out.
Well, they was out.
When we supposed to be in shelter in place, honey, Chandra and her folks would. They
I mean, every time we see the Atlanta out, they was open.
And Chandra, she was with her mask and all, honey, matching every outfit she had on. She was out.
You know what? I ain't thinking about you. But you're right. Yeah, Atlanta did never close. They ain't never shut down. I know my sister was talking about she was so happy to go to the movies because the movies are open. And I like, the movies are open. The movie been open. Yeah. What's she talking about? The movies wasn't open. Did the movie, I don't even think the movie shut down. Nothing.
Probably.
Probably did, but here they did. The movies did close, and the only way you will go to the movies, you will have to rent it, and it'll just be only your people. Like if I think it was like $100 to rent, and then you'll only be the people that and you invite. Yeah.
Well, that would be fun, but yeah, I ain't know nothing about movies shutting down.
Yeah, they did. They shut down, yeah.
So, do you guys think that some of the states, I remember when Florida did it, because it seemed like I was down there one time in Florida when they was talking about the governor was lifting, and maybe was it when we were there in Florida?
I think you went last year. I remember you going last year.
When
he lifted it this year though.
Yeah. I think it was the day we left, because we were listening to the radio when they was talking about the governor lifted the mask mandate. But do y'all think that mask mandate contributed to the numbers going up?
No. Because of the thing is, if you think about it, even when we were in Florida this year in June, I didn't know there was a mask mandate. So I never had one on the whole time in Florida. I didn't know it was a mask mandate down there.
I mean, I had on the mask.
Because if you think about it, we was able to go to a place, like we went to a restaurant, we went to the mall, and I didn't have on a mask.
Oh, I did.
I honestly, for real, didn't know. I even walked in Walmart. So I really didn't know it was a mask mandate in June till you just said it was when we was leaving that he just had lifted. I honestly didn't know. But I don't think it has nothing to do with masks. That's just me personally. My only opinion. I don't think mask has anything to do with the spreading and then the surging, like now is going back up, the resurgence of it. It's something that really, for real, nobody knows but God. That's just my opinion. Nobody knows what it is.
He knows Dr. Fauci.
He said he don't even know.
We know. That's why I'm calling you Dr. Fauci.
I don't trust Dr. Fauci. He don't look right to me. His eyes don't look right.
It don't matter how y'all coming up here. I keep trying to tell these people.
I don't trust him.
Not gonna get any better. Don't know about everybody. I don't think it's the mess. I'm telling you, y'all going out here touching everything, breathing on everybody, and then you want to how to get mad when you get it. I had back in December.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the mask, and I do believe it got something to do with the touch, and I do feel like maybe we need to be back again, shut down a minute, and refigure this out or whatever. I don't know. My thing is, honey, build your immune system up and keep it pushing. That's just my thoughts on it.
Well, yeah, I agree with that too, and I think like people shouldn't have like super spreader events like their birthday parties when they want to like get together and have brunch and stuff like that. To me, that's like a super spreader event, and I think stuff like that shouldn't. I'm just being serious. I don't think things like that should go on right now because we're in the middle of a pandemic. That's just my opinion.
Your birthday in September.
Y'all ain't finished shut down my brunch birthday in September.
Especially your birthday is in September in the height of all this.
What? Oh, that's right. I forgot, Randy. Yeah, I forgot about your birthday.
Yeah, my brunch. But again, I do understand. But y'all ain't finished shut it down, but he might as well shut it down though. Like for real, because it is now going too rapidly, and this right here is moving faster than it did last year. And to me, I don't think it has nothing to do with vaccination or unvaccinated, because of the fact is it's still, according to Dr. Fauci on yesterday, it still is not FDA approved.
Here we go.
It's just some stuff that they are putting together.
Experimental. Experimental stuff.
Exactly. Just put together and just thinking and hoping, okay, this has something, but it really does not. And they saying, well, this gonna, okay, they saying that this gonna even if you catch it, because it's not stopping you from catching. So even if you catch it, it's not going to be as bad. Who's to say that again? And then, okay, you got this vaccine from last year COVID, of 2020 COVID. 21, we coming with the Delta variant. So is this same one little vaccine gonna handle the Delta variant, which the Delta variant is supposed to be faster and come out more, it's a, what they call it, more of a
it's more contagious.
Yes. And it's supposed to be more serious than the one from last year. So is this same one vaccine is going to control the Delta variant? Somebody just answer that for me.
No, because
answer that.
Dr. Fauci told you're going to need a booster. This lady just died. Her family had hope that she just died. She had the vaccine and she caught it and she died.
Who is this, honey?
It was some lady. I got to pull her up. But yeah, and so the family was upset about it. So she was fully vaccinated and she still died.
So I'm a flip-flop because that's what I like to do. But if you trust us, if you look at, to me, logically, when it comes to the mask and the mask mandate and lifting it, and whether it is stopping the spread or not, if you talking out and your breath got COVID on it, and your nose, it's you sneezing and you got COVID. If you don't have nothing covering your face, this is just logically, I don't know the science behind it. Don't you think you are spreading particles into the air because you don't cover your mouth? You may not know it. When you think about it that way, do you think that the state should have lifted it because people are walking around with no symptoms? People have been vaccinated and they got it and they may not have symptoms because that's what they say the vaccine is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to keep you from getting sick. So you don't know it. Other people might have it, don't know it, and they're not protecting themselves. So then they're not protecting other people.
Yeah. But the most people that have it that don't know it are probably asymptomatic. So they are not, they don't get, it doesn't come out on them, but they are carriers of it.
Right.
And but if you had a vaccine, you still have symptoms of it. I'm telling you.
You still, people that get the vaccine, they still can catch it. They may not have the worst symptoms, but they still can catch it.
Well, let me pull up. This lady just died, so I don't know what's worse than death.
Keisha still talking about that lady died. But no, I was what I think they messed up. I really think they did mess up. I think they messed up when they said if you've been vaccinated, you can take your mask off, because what they did is everybody everybody started taking the mask off, and I believe that is why it has started back spreading, that and people just hanging out like there's no pandemic going on, just hanging out in the streets, super spread events.
I would say
that's contributing to it.
Yeah, I would say more of the everybody back gathering again.
Everybody.
I think that's more have the effect on, because it's really, to be honest, it never went away. But when it calmed down, it's like we got excited. It's like, okay, it's calming down. We can go back to business as usual. Right. The same with us in June when we went to Florida. Mm-hmm. It was calm, so we feel like we could go back to business as usual because it was it was real calm, no talk of it, no nothing. So, and I think that had and people back traveling, going back and forth traveling, and I think that has I do believe that has a lot of play in that.
Oh yeah. People hanging out like it's
back hanging out in groups, again, because they feel like, oh, okay, and then a lot of people, employers, feeling like just because the vaccination is out, okay, yeah, everybody can come back to work. You could come back into the office. No, you cannot.
Oh, my
because
office.
because it well, actually DFACs, they supposed to had went back on in September the 1st, but now they have delayed it because now they see that it's rising and a lot of people have not got vaccinated.
All right.
You know, so you can't just pull them back into the office. But and I think, my opinion, I feel like it need to be shut back down again to back to shelter in place. You know, and let's see how this is gonna go. Instead of just still keeping open and telling and study on the, you know, on social media and in the news media saying, you know, I encourage people to get vaccinated. I encourage people, but you know, that's just my opinion. I just feel like it need to just shut back down and just go back to shelter in place. It's okay. Chinese, they did it over there in Wuhan. They did it twice. Shut back down. What is it? Wuhan? What was it? Wuhan. What was it? Wuhan. That's it. Wuhan. That them folk. They did it twice.
Yeah, I think they need to do that too.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was a 33-year-old New Orleans woman.
New Orleans.
July.
Oh, y'all heard about New Orleans? Have y'all heard about New Orleans? They making people show their card to get in places now. I said, oh Lord, here we go. Another
card or not, this lady was 33 years old, died. So that's
did she have any underlying issue? Did it say?
It didn't say. It said, but she was fully vaccinated and she was convinced that, you know, she wasn't gonna catch it, or, you know, of course, like they said, you won't die or, you know, have no severe symptoms. Well, I mean,
you can't get no more severe death. That's about the most severe you can get.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now
you can't go no further, Sean.
You can't go no further than that.
But I mean, you know, well, my job is not made it mandatory yet, but you know, they keep kind of sending out, you know, emails saying, you know, go get vaccinated or whatnot. But now we do have to start back wearing masks, whereas when I first started there, we didn't have to. Unless you wanted to, you know, due to, like you said, being with the vaccinated people, they started releasing the mask mandate, saying, you know, well, if you fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Of course, that made everybody stop wearing masks, because how you gonna know if I'm vaccinated or not?
Right.
And I was one of them people, and I'm not vaccinated, so it is what it is. But anyway, you know,
are you the only one
that's not vaccinated? Somebody at my job? I'm not for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you can't ask them that. They told us at our job, you cannot ask anybody if they've been vaccinated or not. And it's a personal reason why you don't. This is your own personal reason. But they have made it so political now that if you don't do it, like something's wrong with you. It has just become a big political statement whether to get vaccinated or not. And I can see there's states that have started saying that you can't come into different places if you don't have your card. So I can see them fake cards going up. The boot cards are going to go up. People going to start buying it.
Yeah.
Or people just going, if you don't have to show your card, but just say you're vaccinated, you know, people just going to say, yeah, I'm vaccinated, just to get in wherever they got to get in. But I can see that trend. And I honestly think it's going to start going from state to state. And I think it's going to get worse, to be honest.
See, I'm already looking at the fact that you already don't have enough workers to work like in the food industry. So a lot of restaurants are closing down. So go ahead and try to make it mandatory with that card. Then you ain't going to have no customers. So then what?
Once it started hurting people financially, they might, then that may back when businesses start losing money.
Yeah, that's what
that may change it, because you know we live in a capitalistic society. So when it comes to money drives everything. Once it starts folks' money, then they might switch it up then.
Yeah. And let's
I'm going back to the part where you have to show card because James' family went to Hawaii actually beginning of this month. And they wouldn't even let them in the hotel unless you had a card, but all of them were vaccinated though. But unless you had the card. So it doesn't matter if you had them flew over there, booked your flight, the whole 9 yards. But if you got there and has not got vaccinated, you was not coming in a hotel. And you could have booked it.
But they should say that before you book.
I don't know if they were told that before they went or not.
Well, I know if you go out of the country, I think you have to be fully vaccinated.
Well, you know, Hawaii is not because that's.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying. I know if you go. I'm just saying. I know if you go out of the country. I know.
But I'm saying they won't even let them on in their hotel.
Yeah, no, I'm saying when
they weren't letting people.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. When you book your flight, you get what I'm saying? I think they let you know then you have to have your vaccination card. You're gonna have to show proof that you've been vaccinated. And now that's just going back to where you was talking about Hawaii. I'm not for sure with them or not because they are considered part of the 50 states.
Right. So that's what I was just saying. But they couldn't go get in the they wasn't allowing people to come if they didn't have that card.
But I thought, isn't it everybody though that's traveling, that's flying?
No, because you can fly, because you can fly all day long and not vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
And they flew. I mean, but I'm just saying that I just thought they end up all of them vaccinated and had the card on them. But if you wasn't showing them a card, you couldn't come in their hotel. So I don't know, is it all the hotels in Hawaii or just that particular one where they booked? I don't know.
And the sad part about it is the vaccinated people are spreading the virus.
Right, because they think they're so safe.
So I'm gonna flip one more time because I flip-flop back and forth. So what about immunizations that they require for you to go to school?
That's different because that was the FDA approved. But
right, but no one ever questioned that when you vaccinated your children. You just did.
One of them, they saying that was causing autism in kids.
Which one was that?
I can't remember. I don't know. Was that very last one? But they was like, I think they may be like 1 or 2. You have to give them that vaccine. That 2 year, I can't think which one. I don't forgot. But they was and one why that one was going around. So what?
Then they gave you an allowance, like if you if it was against your religion, like some people of different religions, and they saying that it's against their religions to get vaccinated, and they didn't have to vaccinate their kids. Then they still allowed them to go to school.
Oh yeah, if it was your religion. I wonder what it was like when vaccinations first came out, like measles and chickenpox and all that. Did they have so much controversy way back then that they do now when those drugs first came out?
Probably so, because I think they did, but because I think that a lot of us, our sisters and brothers, I think that was the main one that maybe didn't start out doing that. But y'all cousins, they was the first ones that probably jumped on board.
My cousin.
The Caucasians.
Oh.
Yeah, because we know how to self-medicate. We knew,
Right. So we knew what to do. We pretty much, learning from the grandmothers and the great grandmothers. All you do is mix this little concoction up and get this going and mix that. And, and because I even remember one time when Trey was a baby, and Granny was like, you put something around put it on them, and the hives. Said that'll bring the hives on out. You have to put something on their face and she had something going, mixed it with baking soda and something. It was the stinkiest thing. And
but it worked.
Yeah, she said it'll bring the hives out on him. And then it was something, he was sick on something, and I forgot what they call it, the fizz, where it helped with the stomach. And she did like a little mixture of something then, and that to actually
up under the bed to get that fever out.
Then there you go.
What you said? Hide up under the bed.
It called what was the name of it, Keisha? What was it?
Turpentine.
Yeah, that's it. Turpentine. Trey, I remember one time Trey had a fever.
I think it's like a metal pan up under the bed.
And it'll break their fever, it'll make them sweat it out. And Trey had a fever and would never break, so she would do that at night. And she only did it one time and put his turpentine, put it on the bed. It smells the room. It stinks now. And put it on the bed till when you open the door, you can smell it. And it make him sweat through the night till his fever broke. And he had no more problem. He was good.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm old.
So what?
He do that today with his kids.
Yeah, he sure do. He do that now with his kids. He gonna go get him some turpentine, because it actually, those remedies really do for real. It works.
It works. Build your immune system. So take your vitamin C, take your zinc, take your vitamin D, take your multivitamins, eat right, drink plenty of water, get rest, don't stress. What? Hey, y'all heard how
go get you some castor oil. See, they didn't do what? Go get you some castor oil.
I'm just finna say
that
castor oil. I'm telling you, my dad took castor oil every single night, and what took him out was cancer, nothing else. But he took castor oil every single. He never caught a cold.
It's nasty.
It's nasty, but he take it every single. He used to take it every night.
I had perfect attendance in school. I never got sick.
Well, you said cod liver oil or castor oil? Which one?
We did cod liver oil.
Cod liver oil. That's what it was.
Every morning, starting in September, we would get a teaspoon. She'd make us take a teaspoon before we go to school.
Yeah, my mama would do
like once a month. I remember once a month, not every day, but yeah, I remember that taste, the smell.
We had to take it every day.
Yep, and my daddy, he would do it every single day and get some cod liver oil, and you didn't get sick. And he never did get sick. Only sickness he got was the cancer. Other than that, like no cold, running the fever, he didn't get none of that. Heart problems, he doesn't have high blood pressure. He didn't have none of that.
Well, honey, these days, I guess that's what you got to do. You got to have a whole arsenal of stuff these days.
Yeah, but that's all he took was his cod liver oil and vitamins. That's what my dad would take, cod liver oil and multivitamin. He did that every single night before he went to bed.
That oily taste. What else? My mom used to make us take, and I know we ain't even talking about the vaccine no more, are we?
Well, it leaned into it because like
mineral oil. My mom used to make us take a tablespoon of mineral oil. Y'all ever did that, mineral oil?
I don't know.
Just imagine, go in your kitchen and get some oil and pour it in a spoon. And that's the same thing. Mineral oil, like a laxative, once a month.
And that stuff still works. I'm telling you, it still works.
It does.
Oh yeah, it still works. It still works. It's better than all these pharmaceutical drugs that these doctors are giving you that cause all problems. Because you listen to them commercials, you trying to get rid of one thing, it called about 20 other things. All you trying to do is get rid of rash. Now all of a sudden they talking about all other kind of stuff just because you trying to get rid of rash. You like, you know what? I'll just keep the rash.
And they're prescribing you all these addictive pain medicines And you know, and your cousins swear they're not drug addicts just because it's prescribed from the doctor. Baby, you are a drug addict, just like the one out there on the street. You're a drug addict.
It's a legal drug.
Oh boy, Lord have mercy. A drug addict.
Yeah, you're an addict. But they'll tell you, no, this is prescribed from the doctor, and you know it, honey, you still on it from last year. You're an addict. You ain't no better than the one standing up.
And they are addictive. They are.
Yeah, they're addictive. Exactly. You ain't no better than the one standing out there on the corner asking for money. At least we know what he getting the money for. But with you saying you won't got to get money for toilet tissue, or something like that just to get money. But you going to get some pills.
Toilet tissue.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. That's the difference between your cousins and your sister and brothers. Your cousin's gonna ask money for that, the household items, to make you think this is what it's for, but it's really not. They going to get some of them pills. The one on the street, we already know what you finna do. So, and I'm fine with that. I prefer to give to you.
Hey.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right, ladies. Well,
yeah. Y'all don't want to hear the truth about y'all cousins.
Well, we talking about the vaccine or?
I know we don't wait for the vaccine.
The drug dealer.
Now we ended it off on drug.
The drug activities. But see, again, Shonda brought it up when she was saying better than the medicine going to the doctor. So I just threw that in and let y'all know what y'all cousin be doing. Then they laying out there with Keisha, getting on Keisha nerve at her job.
Oh my God. Now some of them really can, I ain't gonna lie. But I love my job though. But
Thank you, Keisha. So I don't have to edit that part out.
Oh yeah, she really do like her job.
Yeah, I like my job.
She really do. She genuinely like for real.
Well, that's good because most people don't.
I like my job.
Me too. I love mine. I'm thankful.
But I ain't gonna lie. Working out there where Keisha work at is fun. Like I told her, that really was my best ever loving job. I love that job. Just didn't pay enough, but I still loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
Wow.
Well, but right now, like,
you don't like COVID.
Thank you.
You don't like COVID. I got you.
Yeah, Lord, I thank you.
Okay. Woo! All right. Well, let's end pretty soon before we say something wrong, and I got to edit. I edited that other video so much. Look, did y'all look at it? So I edited that thing so much. I
haven't looked at it. I forgot about it.
I hadn't looked at it. I thought about it last night. I was like, Lord, I gotta go look at it.
Yeah, go look at it because the words probably didn't even make no sense. I had to chop that thing up so much.
And then today we got to edit Keisha.
Me for what? Because
yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
don't repeat it, but you know.
Let me write it down.
I know, let me stop before I say it now.
Yeah, that's why I said don't repeat it, but you know. Now we got to edit you. Done got mad all over again.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you everyone for listening to our Be Natural show. We hope you enjoyed the topics today. Please like and share this video with your friends on all social media, and we will see you again next week. Goodbye.